Hello, cult members, and welcome to Pop Culture Cult. I'm Sean.
I'm Janice.
And welcome to our new series called Now We Know, Far From Home. That's actually the trailer we're doing. Now We Know, where we go back and watch old trailers to see old trailers to see what happened and see if they showed us anything. You're right. This one is like 6-8 months or whatever.
Yeah.
And we're doing Spider-Man Far From Home. This is the epilogue to Phase 3 of the MCU. Again, a Sony Marvel team up. I'm excited to see what this is and how it all happens and stuff like that. So we're just going to get right into it because I'm sure we'll have a ton of stuff to talk about afterwards. So here we go. Spider-Man Far From Home. Now We Know trailer reaction and go.
The Spider-Man Far From Home trailer is about to play, but if you haven't seen Avengers Endgame yet, stop watching because there's some serious spoilers about to come up. But if you have seen Avengers Endgame...
Because he knows.
Enjoy the trailer.
Well, Tom's just going to...
They did that.
Everything.
Just really miss him.
Yeah, I miss him too. I don't think Tony would have done what he did if he didn't know that you were going to be here after he was gone.
That's interesting.
You gonna be the next Iron Man now?
Well, no, I don't have time. I'm too busy doing your job. I'm kidding.
Oh.
I'm at work because I am going on vacation.
That scene's not in the movie.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
I don't really want to talk to Nick Fury. Why?
Because if you don't talk to him, then I have to talk to him. I don't want to talk to him. You sent Nick Fury to voicemail?
I gotta go.
You do not ghost Nick Fury.
What up, dorks?
We're not talking about the trip.
I'm here in St. Marco Polo's. Oh,
I think MJ really likes it. My personal love.
You're a very difficult person to contact, Spider-Man.
Please kill my friend.
This is Mr. Beck.
We could have used someone like you on my world.
Your world? Beck is from Earth, just not ours. A snap to our hole in our dimension.
You're saying there's a multiverse?
Well,
We have a job to do. You're coming with us.
There's gotta be someone else you can use. What about Thor?
Off-world.
Captain Marvel?
Unavailable.
Of course she is.
The friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Bitch, please. You've been to space.
I want to go back on my trip with the girl who I really like and tell her how I feel. MJ, I
am Spider-Man.
No, of course I'm not.
I mean, it's kind of obvious.
You're right, you may not be ready.
No, it's not.
A responsibility. Saving the world requires sacrifice. Sometimes people die.
Just always feel like I'm putting my friends in danger. The world needs the next Iron Man.
You're going to step up or not?
he's kind of a badass.
Get the guys out of here! Get on the jet! Who are you? I work with Spider-Man. You work for Spider-Man? I work with Spider-Man, not for Spider-Man. New plan.
They just blow up the Tower of London. Okay, this one's interesting because they leaned into everything that was in game and what happens with Tony's death and everything.
Right.
And they show you all the big action stuff and introduce Mysterio.
Right.
Some of that action stuff is the big climactic fight.
Right.
But not necessarily the fight from the angle in which we tell it in the movie.
Right. Yeah.
And I think that that's a really good. I think it's a really good misdirect, actually, to kind of. It's funny to say it that way, but I think it's a really good misdirect to show you that all this action. Oh, by the way, we're having to deal with the post.
Right.
On snapping.
Right.
And the death of Iron Man. And that's why he kind of like, where's Captain Marvel? Where's Thor?
Yeah.
Like kind of listing off
Why
everybody
does this
else.
have to be me?
Right. Because he's a teenager who's been through some poo.
Yeah.
And he just wants to go on vacation and hang out with this girl he likes. And
Right. Which is a complete 360, 180, I don't know, from where he starts as Tony telling him, just be your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And he's
Right.
like, I don't want to, I want to go on big adventures. And now he's like you said, he's seen some poo and he just wants to go back to being your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man,
yeah.
except he can't now.
I like that. I like telling. I like that storytelling narrative specifically for Spider-Man in this universe. But I like that they directly reference it in the trailer.
Yeah.
And because it gives weight, it gives even more weight to the conclusion of Endgame, and having to like everybody like this trailer came out like not the Monday, but the Monday, like the week after Endgame had come out.
Yeah.
So this trailer came out. That's why they had the whole,
Right,
if you haven't seen Endgame, don't watch this trailer
Right.
thing.
Yep.
But everything's still fresh in everybody's head at that point in time. And so.
Yeah. And you're like, I don't even know if I care about this movie, right? Because we've kind of wrapped it up, except, like you said, this is the epilogue. This is here's life now without Tony and what that kind of looks like.
And they make the joke of, are you the new Iron Man?
Yeah.
Because it's kind of what they do in this movie.
Yeah.
They kind of make Peter the next.
Well, he's the guy on Earth, right? It's him and Professor Hulk, who's not interested in he's interested in being sciencey.
Right.
And Ant-Man, not really a leader.
And we're at a point right now where there's no Cap.
Right. No, Cap is old, right?
Well, but
and
from what I understand, the Captain and Winter Soldier series that we're getting is them figuring out how Falcon becomes Captain America.
So they're off doing
that
thing, and Thor's off world, and Marvel's unavailable, and and Natasha and Clint are probably
Natasha's dead.
Right. Sorry, Natasha's dead,
And
Clint's off hanging out with his family.
Right, because losing his family made him go a little wacko.
Yeah.
But it was just, I just like that they instead of shying away from Endgame and not, it'd been really easy to do this trailer and not talk about what happened in Endgame and have it drop right after the movie, stuff. But
And it's interesting that they didn't take that direction for the first
trailer. Yeah. And I'm really glad that they didn't, because that actually, like you were saying, gives it some weight to it now.
Yeah.
Like, why would I want to go see this movie other than I'm a cool it's Spider-Man.
Right.
It's cool to watch Spider-Man, but
Right.
oh yeah, we have to deal with all the ramifications of everything that happened.
Right. Yep.
So how does that even handle? How do we even handle that? In this trailer, it's only from Peter's point and Happy's point.
Right.
But in the movie, they talk about society a lot and how society dealt with stuff and which is, I think, I think it's a great decision.
Yeah. And it was because it came out so quickly after Endgame, it's almost like an inside baseball kind of thing, right? If you know, then you're one of the cool kids. You can actually watch this trailer. If you don't know, you need to go watch Endgame.
And I think I don't want them to do that all the time, but for this particular thing, I think it's a really wise, smart decision. By both Sony and Marvel.
I think we'd seen it 3 times by the time this trailer came out. Endgame.
Endgame, yeah.
We saw it multiple times in like the first 2 weeks.
Yeah. And so it was interesting to have that all fresh in our heads. And then you watch this and you're like, well, now I have all the feels again.
Yeah. Damn you, Marvel.
But here's cool, showy stuff.
Yeah.
And here's Mysterio. And Mysterio should not work on screen.
Yeah.
He
has a fishbowl on his head.
It's a fishbowl. Like, it works on the comic book page.
Yeah.
But they show in this trailer that Mysterio works in live action.
Yeah.
I was going to say real world. Okay. In live action. But in live action, it totally works. And everybody's like, oh my God, they did Mysterio right.
Yeah.
So here's Mysterio. We know he's kind of a bad guy.
Right.
But he's working with Spider-Man. So this is going to be really interesting to see how that all happens. and there's all the wait from Endgame. So it's just
Right.
it was just like again, a really good trailer. Not my favorite trailer, but I'm really happy with how it worked out and stuff. So
it's Sony.
it's Sony. So Sony's a little sometimes, especially with the trailer before the trailer. Although their trailer before the trailer this time
Made sense.
Made sense. So this is the exception to the rule. So that is us finishing with the MCU trailers. We're going to go pick something else and continue on with this until we get the world some more. I think we're going to do Star Wars.
Okay.
Which is going to be interesting. So do we do it in release order or do we do it in...
And we have to find trailers for A New Hope.
A New Hope and Return of the Jedi.
Return.
Revenge of the
Because that
Sith.
was long before the internet.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting to track those down. But I think we're going to do Star Wars next. We post one of these every day, or at least we try to every day. So let us know what you thought of this series, our reaction to this trailer, and overall your thoughts on the MCU and how they handled everything trailer-wise in the comments down below.
And if you have suggestions for a series to do next.
Yes.
Or after
Star Wars, Harry Potter, DC, the Monster Universe. Like we could. There's some. I'm looking at
Mission Impossible.
The Mission Impossibles. There's 17 of those. So, so let us know what you thought. Give us a suggestion in the comments down below. Like this video, obviously. And if you have not yet, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications. I'm going to talk the rest of the time with my hands.
Put your hands down here.
It's not going to happen. We are uploading as much as we can, so please hit the bell to get notifications so you know when we upload stuff. And we're on all the social media stuff, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All those links are in the description down below. And until next time, thank you for watching so far. If we don't see you, cult members, good afternoon, good evening, and good night now.